Right now, Pittsburgh's best sports show is about to begin. Call us or tweet us. We've got things to talk about on the Ireland Contracting Nightly Sports Call, powered by FanDuel Sportsbook.
All right, thanks a lot, Royce, and thank you for tuning into the Ireland Contracting Nightly Sports Call, powered by FanDuel Sportsbook. And you can give us a call tonight on the Borders and Borders hotline at 412-575-2600 is the number. And on the other side, over at the 93.7 The Fan Cam, is our friend Andrew Fillipponi. Pony, I feel like it's been forever since the last time we were together on this show.
Well, it has been, and I think you're finally starting to come around to my way of looking at things. I heard you on the 10 o'clock news. You know, you got a little tongue-tied when talking about Matt Canada. You know why? Because it makes no sense for the Steelers offensive coordinator day one to pretty much say, Ben, you're the boss, and I'm just here collecting my paycheck. You're in charge of the offense. Whatever you want to do, let's do it. I'm basically in the sidecar. You're driving the motorcycle, 39 years old. You're calling the shots. Why is that? I thought Paul Zeiss, maybe it'll be the tweet of the day, made a great point. He said if Ben's in charge, why not just keep Randy Fichtner as offensive coordinator? Ben was doing a pretty good job of bossing him around and telling him what to do. Richie, what's going on here? We're going to do what he wants to do and how to do it, how he wants to do it. He's not Patrick Mahomes. He's not Tom Brady. He's not Aaron Rodgers. He's a 39-year-old quarterback who had a good year for 12 games, and at the end of the year, the gas tank was on empty. He had to call AAA because he had nothing left.
So my question, what does that mean for the Steelers' run game then? If they're gonna rely solely on Ben, because you know Ben's going to want to throw the ball around 40, 50 times a game. So what's going to happen with Najee Harris?
I think it's a conundrum. I think it's an interesting dilemma because I also noticed today, and you were on that Zoom call with Matt Canada, right? You get VIP access because you're part of Steelers preseason broadcasts, and you're generally speaking a fairly big deal here in town. You heard Canada say, it's Mr. Rooney's directive that we have to run the ball more. He's already put the groundwork down. He's already paving the driveway here, Richie, and saying, hey, Ben, I'm not the bad guy. If we have to run the ball more, don't get mad at me. Take it upstairs to the guy who puts his name on your big paycheck. I noticed that. He said it 2 times today. It's Mr. Rooney. It's not me that wants to run the ball more and says we need to have less Ben Roethlisberger. It's the owner of the team. I thought that was very interesting. I've never seen that before from an offensive coordinator who in day one says, we're not necessarily going to do what I want to do. We're going to do what the quarterback wants and what the owner of the team wants.
Yeah, that was very interesting, Pony. And knowing a little bit about Matt Canada and being around him at Pitt and knowing some of the people that he coached with, he likes to run the football. Obviously, we've seen those motions and those jet sweeps and likes to get the ball to the tight ends. If we don't see any of that, then obviously Ben will have a major influence on what this offense is going to look like.
Yep. I thought, Dale Lally, I'll give him credit. He's one of Chris Muller's good friends in the media. I thought Dale asked a very good question today. He said right point blank to Matt Canada, you had things in the offense last year that looked like it was Matt Canada fingerprints on an offense, the jet sweeps, all the motion, and then those things went away. Why? And Canada didn't answer the question. He said, well, we were good for 12 games. We won 12. We lost 5. And completely evaded the question. And that's on everybody's mind. I mean, they were doing things early in the year in September and even into October where it looked like there was a Matt Canada influence. And then those things went away, Richie. And why did they go away? My personal opinion, my personal theory, because Ben Roethlisberger didn't want him in the offense anymore. So now something has to give. Is Matt Canada going to play ball is Ben Roethlisberger going to play ball with Matt Canada? I don't know. He doesn't have to because Canada says it's his offense. You know what else popped into my head listening to those guys today, Richie? He was asked about the offense and how it's different, and he said, quote, we're not making drastic changes. Really? Roethlisberger said 2 weeks ago, it's like learning an entirely new language. 18 years in the NFL. This is something completely different. That's not what Matt Canada said. No drastic changes. So you're already getting different narratives from the Steelers offense.
Yeah, there definitely needs to be changes from what we see from the outside in. And I think maybe we can't blame Ben totally for last year. I don't know if they have the personnel to do those jet sweeps and what they wanted to do. McFarland was a bust.
Well, what do you mean? What's different? They're going to do jet sweeps with Najee Harris? They brought all the same wide receivers back.
And this is what I want to ask you. Is Deontay Johnson that guy? I mean, who can be that guy, that Quadri Henderson type guy in this offense?
Well, Juju says it's Ray McLeod, the assistant offensive coordinator. Juju Smith-Schuster said last week that it's going to be Ray McLeod who has that role. And by the way, another Matt Canada example of pleading the fifth and not answering a question. Somebody said to him today, Juju wants to play the outside. Matt Canada did not want any part of that question and mumbled on about some, he's a good winner and a good player thing, and never came out and answered the question directly. So who knows, Richie? The defense should be good, even though they lost Bud Dupree and Mike Hilton. You'd like to think that getting Devin Bush back will make a big difference. But I don't know, man. It seems like there's a lot of different agendas and a lot of different people that have too many cooks in the kitchen, frankly, on offense. Art Rooney, Mike Tomlin, Ben Roethlisberger. You drafted Najee Harris in the first round. Juju Smith-Schuster says he needs to play outside. Whole new offensive line. I don't know. There's a lot of moving parts that they need to find a way to make those things work for the offense to be productive this year.
And that's exactly what I wanted to ask you before we go to break here. Does it worry you at all? I mean, early on in the year, we're 3 weeks into this. We had a couple OTAs. We have a mini camp. Juju's saying he wants to play the outside. We know why, because he wants to make more money. It's a better offense if Claypool and Deontay Johnson are outside and he's inside. Matt Canada saying Ben Roethlisberger's going to run this offense the way he wants to. Does this worry you that so early on we got guys that are kind of dictating what they're going to do?
Yeah, because I think there's different motives. There's different, not selfish, so to speak, but there are guys that want to prove different things within the offense this year. So Roethlisberger wants to prove to people that the end of last year was, a fluke, that now an extra year removed from elbow surgery, he's still one of the best quarterbacks in the league. Juju wants to get paid. How do we know that? He fired his agent and hired a new one this week. He's clearly looking for more money. Art Rooney says we need to run the ball more. But Matt Canada says it's Ben Roethlisberger's offense, and we know that's not running the ball a lot. So, hey, it's only the middle of June, and we've got 3 months to go before the start of the season. But they need to get on the same page. They've got time, but it looks like there are a lot of big egos on the Steelers' offense that want to do different things.
All right, we're going to continue the Steelers talk. Also, the Bucs get hammered tonight, 8-1 in D.C. We'll talk about that too.
Not the good kind of hammered. Not with the with the keg in studio. Not that kind of hammered, yeah. Richie. 8-1. A different kind.
8-1 to some of their former teammates. So we're going to take a break. Back in 2 minutes. 412-575-2600 is the number.